今回幸福実現党は著名なカナダの人権活動家である盛雪氏にインタビューを行いました。盛雪氏は中国の民主化団体としては最大級の民主中国陣線の代表も務められ、現在は副代表でいらっしゃいます。また大川隆法党総裁の2019年の法はカナダの活動家の質問に答えるでも質問をされました。内容は著書「今求められる世界正義」に掲載されています。インタビューでは1月に行われた台湾総統選の結果を受けて、今後の台湾情勢の行方、中国の狙い、そして日本がアジアを守るために何ができるかといったことについて興味深いお話をいただきました。早速インタビューの内容を見ていきたいと思います。まずは台湾総統選の結果についてです。
Yeah, the election in Taiwan is unlike any country in the world. And because ROC was established like centuries ago, but the democratic election just lasted for several decades because it has the biggest, the strongest tyranny beset it. So for the election of Taiwan, they have to deal with this situation. And the Chinese communists, they always want to control Taiwan's election. They tried every way. And from the military threatening, from the missiles threatening, and also they sent people into Taiwan. And even they established the parties, political parties in Taiwan. And also, as we saw that before the election, Chinese communists, they invite a lot of local community leaders to China to visit. And of course, they want to influence them. So the election in Taiwan is very difficult. And also for people to choose, not only like in a democratic country, whatever you feel the party is a favor to you, that if you like some policies, but they have to deal with the so-called the topics of 两岸议题, yeah, and also to choose from the colors. From blue or green, and and also to struggle from the topic of 统一 or 独立，就是 united with China or independence. So for those topics is not in any other countries. If we talk about the situation of 30 years ago, that I think a lot of Taiwanese, they were looking forward to the relationship between China and Taiwan. Especially at that time, a lot of people, they are loyal to Kuomintang. And now it has been changed. Not only the situation of Taiwan has been changed, because Taiwan has been stepped in the real democracy system and also developed very well. And also, more and more Taiwanese, they know that the Chinese communists always want to control and influence and to even threatening. They are threatening Taiwan every day. So now, I think, yes, there are still some people, they look for the good relationship between Taiwan and China, and especially for business people. And for a lot of people, especially for young people, they are more and more clear of that the Chinese communists is look at Taiwan as not as their competitor, but enemy. So this is a real relationship between both sides. And many people, they probably think that they could stay away from China.
さて、中国の習近平主席はかねてから台湾を統一すると明言しています。なぜそこまでして台湾にこだわるのでしょうか。
not only Xi Jinping, every leader of the Chinese communists, from Mao Zedong and to Xi Jinping, everyone. Why is that? Because the Chinese communists, they thought that the Taiwan is part of China. They could be, especially in the 40s, last century, or 50s, they tried. They tried very hard to occupy Taiwan, but they couldn't. Most important, it was a country, the ROC. The whole ROC moved to Taiwan. And the ROC was established like 100 years ago. And also it was ready to be a democratic system, but it was stopped by the Chinese communists. So the Chinese communists most fear of the development of democracy. So they want to harass Taiwan and threatening Taiwan, and they said, we want the unification. What is unification? Chinese communists never occupied Taiwan. The Chinese communists never ruled Taiwan. If he gives this up, then he will lose his power in China. He will lose his power in the Chinese communist system. So he needs to repeat these words, even though they understand that most people in the world recognize Taiwan as Taiwan, not part of China.
中華民国という国は今からおよそ100年前、1912年に建国されました。そして先の大戦後、蒋介石の率いる国民党が毛沢東の率いる共産党に敗れたことによって、1949年、中華民国は台湾に逃れることになりました。幸福実現党は中国から台湾を守ることがアジアを守り、世界の平和を守ることになると訴えています。中国の覇権主義を止めるために日本に何ができるか伺いました。
And Japan, as I mentioned, need to realize that has the responsibility to be the leader of the world as democracy country. And it could be, and it has the ability, especially in Asia. And to have the relationship with China won't have the country's security. But if you have the good relationship with democracy countries, it is not only the security, but also it should be the direction for Taiwan to develop in the future. I have friends from the happy science and also the happiness realization party since 2017. And I feel very honored and lucky because especially I feel the party, is really doing the good, not only for Japanese people, but also concerned about the whole environment of a human being, and which is, of course, will benefit all people and also Japanese people. So for what you are doing, I really feel very honored, to be part of the effort and to be friends, and also to know that the party is trying its best. Chinese government, they use the method of fascism and terrorism and communism, and also they export this to every corner of the world. But not many party, not many country, they dare to against to this. So this is the biggest problem of the world now. And also like United States, the fascism, communism, terrorism, they are all inside United States. But the Chinese government use their method to influence the the whole society and the whole political system in United States. Sometimes I thought that United States is taking the lead, but United States has its own problems, and the problems increase. And a lot of people worried about the democracy system if it could be stable and strong as it was. So this is a new challenge, and then it's facing the war in Russia and Ukraine, and then in Middle East, and then Hamas attack Israel, then probably somewhere like China threatening Taiwan and the South China Sea.
Yeah.
If there is another battle started, it will be a lot of burden on the United States. Can it take, the lead still? So this is the problem. So that's why I said we need to stay together. We need to make a very strong chain, to help each other and to work with each other.
アメリカも中国共産党によって影響を受けていて、それを乗り越えるためにも各国は団結しなければいけないということです。
And, each government they need to serve their own people, but not only to serve its own people. Because if they don't have the vision of the international problems, then you even won't have the ability to protect or serve your own people. We need to separate this idea. I do believe there will be a country, an important country, not a very small country. Yeah. There will be an important country to establish the official relationship with Taiwan. Then will be followed by a lot of countries. I do believe this. And probably HRP can do the lobby in Japan. And if Japan could start this trend, could be the first country, then Japan is going to be the hero in the world. Right?
幸福実現党は台湾を国家として認め、さらに日台同盟を結ぶべきであるとかねてから訴えてまいりました。盛雪氏からは日本が台湾と公的な関係を持つ最初の大国になるべきとの期待をいただきました。そのためには日本は中国からもらえる経済的な利益よりも自由や民主主義、信仰といった価値観を選び取ることが大切です。最後に大川隆法党総裁が盛雪氏への回答の中で語られた言葉を紹介いたします。日本人は1990年代の大不況を経験する前からエコノミックアニマルと言われていました。日本人はエコノミックアニマルであると言われているのです。その批判は私たちの心が変わらない限り今も生きています。私たちは世界正義を求め、神の正義を求め、責任を持たねばなりません。それが非常に大切なことです。日本が世界正義、神の正義に目覚めて世界のリーダー国になれるよう幸福実現党も活動を続けてまいります。今回は以上です。ご清聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録、高評価ボタンもよろしくお願いします。ありがとうございました。